Hello friends, welcome back to my hobby home. My name is Kathy. Thank you so much for joining me this Monday afternoon. We are going to be doing updates, and please forgive me if you hear heavy labored breathing right now. I have a little touch of congestion and hard breathing right now. It is that time of year. Thank you for everyone keeping me in your thoughts and your prayers. Saturday and Sunday for the storms that were rolling through. We really didn't get anything to speak of. I know in a neighboring town, my husband and I actually came this way. We had gone out to eat, trying to do it before the storm came through. It actually came through while we were eating. But when we came back home, we had noticed there were 2 trees that had been down, but they had cleared the roadway of it. I don't think we had anything other than high winds, maybe a few limbs down, nothing major. So thank you all for that. We are good. We just had a lot of water. So let's get into our updates. The first thing, if I think about it, I'm going to try to put right here a picture of the log cabin quilt because, guys, it's already at the Long Armors. I do not have it. When I went Friday, I'm like, hey, I'm taking everything that I can take right now. We're going to go on and drop it off with Miss Ava, see if somebody can handle it for me, just to reduce some things off my list. So the first thing that I did, the Star Watch. I'm sorry, my brain lapsed right there. Star Watch, the log cabin, which was my National Sew a Jelly Roll quilt, that is now at the Long Armors being quilted and bound. I'm not even going to say that I can bind it. I did take all of the jelly roll strips that I had left, put them together, made a binding, a scrappy binding for them to bind that quilt. So that is a finish. That's a quilt top finish because I put my borders on there. So that is gone. The next thing on my list, I got my little list here. That is at the Long Armors is my Love Cats. Notice it's not here anymore. The Love Cats is at the Long Armors to also be quilted and bound. I'm taking that off my table once and for all. When I get it back, it will be 100% complete. And guys, I wanted to do a Happy Mail haul for you guys, but part of my Happy Mail was the fabric that I got for the backing for that quilt. I got it at Fat Quarter Shop. I got my backing and my binding fabrics from Fat Quarter Shop. They were poppy cotton. The backing is part of that line. And I think the binding, I don't think it was a poppy cotton, but it is actually the same fabric that we are using in the pumpkin setting. It's part of this line. I can't remember what that line is called, but it's okay. We'll get to that in a second, and I'll show you the fabric that it is. So that's 2 quilts that are at the Long Armors to be quilted and bound. Now, I have 2 quilts that I had already picked up. They'd already quilted them. Miss Ava had trimmed one of them up for me because it was a large quilt. And then I had another one that needed to be trimmed up. But it's already quilted. I have 2 that need to be just bound. One needed to be trimmed and bound, and one just needed to be bound. Woodruff, she's going to trim that one up for me and bind it. And the piece of cake, it's already trimmed up, but she's going to bind that one also. So that will be 4. Y'all get this. Yeah, I'm sorry, but my nose is itching right now. You know, that's just things that prove that you're still alive. So we're going to be happy with it. So 2 of those quilts I will be getting back probably Friday. Or sometime this week. By the end of the week. They said I should have it by the end of the week. That's fast to me. Even though it's just binding, it's okay. But I'll get those 2 quilts, and then the other 2 will be ready in about 2.5 weeks, is what she said they're running right now. I'm no rush. I have no rush. I never do. So, Miss Ava or Miss Shayla, if y'all see this, I'm in no rush. No rush. You know, it's all good for me. It is all good for me. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry if y'all heard that hiss. I rolled my chair and apparently rolled on top of my cat. But he lays right under me, and sometimes I get his tail with my chair. So, the next thing that we worked on this week, of course, was our Whip It Wednesday. We got us another row. I don't know which one was the first row, but I think this was the row we worked on this week. But this is the 3rd row to the Merry Christmas quilt. So I'm just going to lay them up here on me. Try not to get on the mic. I think this was the second. I think this was the 3rd row. This was the 2nd row. Or maybe, no, this was the 1st row. Because the 1st row only had 2 blocks up and down. And this could have been the 3rd row. I can't remember. Yeah, this would have been the 3rd row because it's got another fabric added into this. So, of course, I have them out of order, but it don't matter. It is absolutely okay. Now, this quilt, the Merry Christmas quilt, it is the quilt that came in the 2024 Bella Rose 12-day Advent box. This is the main project that was in that box. I'm just now getting to work on it. I want to get it done, though, before I get the 2025 box. I am getting that box, y'all. I am so excited about this box. The 2024 was the first year they ever did an Advent box. It was my favorite box last year. My absolute favorite. This year, I will be doing some extra boxes. Last year, I think I only did the Missouri Star quilt box, the Bella Rose box, and then the Fat Quarter Shop Jolly box. This year, I'm doing those 3 plus some more. I think I'm doing a Quilted Cow, the Quilted Cow. I think I'm doing their box. I don't know. That may not be the one I'm doing. That might be the one I couldn't get, because I tried to do one and I couldn't get it. It was already sold out. When I went in to do it, they said they had 2 left. And when I got my card out, ready to pay for it, it was gone. It was gone. So, I didn't get that box. I can't remember which one it was, though. So, the next thing on my list that I got done, and I've got this marked. This is my C1 block, guys. This is from the mystery quilt that Tammy over at the Siberian Wind is doing. If you would like to join us on this, this is our very first month. I do have the link to the sign-up form down below. I was able to get that, finally able to get it. I had trouble getting the video to play. I had trouble getting the link, but it seems like everything worked itself out. One day I went in, I watched the video, and I'm like, well, let me try that link again. Just like that, came up. So, the link is down in the description. This is called the Reflections Mystery Quilt. If you are interested in signing up, like I said, this is our first month. I love the colors that I chose. You can get a kit with the fabrics, I believe she said. But go watch her premiere video where she talks about it. You can look at the very first video, and it has a link to that video also. But you only need, I think, 4 fabrics, but she gives the cutting information, you know, how much you need of each one, and that way you can get it. But I am so excited. This is my new one this week. I have this new project going on. So we knew I had to get something off my table before I could start that one. Well, I got my log cabin out of the way. I got my love cats done out of the way, my woodruff, and my piece of cake, because I would have had to have bound all 4 of those quilts, and I just said, not today. Not today, honey. Not happening. I was just so tired of doing that. So our next thing that we're doing, this is our Saturday sew-along. Normally, my sew-alongs are just for 1 month. We do it for the however many Saturdays there are in the month. My October sew-along is called Trip Around the Block. This is, and I've got some things in here folded up. This is the October 2025 large project. Let's see how I have all of my strips here. These are my strips. This is the quilt right here behind me. I think I have 6 strips I need to add. We made 5 on Saturday, or I made 5 on Saturday. Y'all may already have it done. I have seen some photos in the Facebook group. The Facebook group is linked down in the description if you would like to join us on any sew-along. I normally put a featured post, or I think that's what it's called, is a featured post. You can click on that featured tab and see almost all of our sew-alongs. I think I had one that we got done so fast I forgot to put it in there. But I've seen some photos under that featured post for some quilts that are getting put together. They're looking fabulous. This one here, my goal is to hopefully press some of these rows out and get them assembled onto this. I will say these colors are way lighter than I would normally do. I would like a lot more contrast in them. So I probably should have used a dark background to do this. So this is our Saturday sew-along. And now our Sunday sew-along. Guys, and I haven't done a Sunday sew-along in a really long time, but we're probably going to start doing one called Sampler Sunday, where we take one of our Fat Quarter Shop sampler boxes and we work on it every Sunday until we get it done. Right now we are working the 2025 limited edition Spooky Box by Fat Quarter Shop, their primary pattern, which is the pumpkin sitting pattern. I am still working on my orange pumpkins. I have 3 done. I do hope to get more than this done before the next time we sit down. But this here, I told y'all I was going to show you the fabric that I was using for my binding on my love cats. And this is what I'm using as my binding. I don't know who this is from. Let me look and see. I think this might have said pumpkin sitting, Hey Pumpkin 12-piece fat quarter. So it was Hey Pumpkin, I guess. But I have gotten 3 pumpkins done, and got several people have told me this in comments, and I mentioned it in the sew along on Sunday, that this has become, it was more than I anticipated. So of course this is going to last longer than a month. It's a lot of half square triangles, and you know, when you do half square triangles, you need to trim those up. One of the blocks, I didn't realize I didn't trim it because I trim so many half square triangles. I'm all the time trimming half square triangles, I think. That I thought I had trimmed them. And I don't know why I didn't use my eyeballs for something. But I just thought I had already trimmed them. And then I'd already started piecing before I realized I hadn't trimmed. So they are what they are, and we'll be okay with it. But I did come in today, and well, before I headed out today, my sister and I did a road trip today. And before I headed out, I trimmed every one of those half square triangles. Now, I am not sponsored. This was not given to me or anything. But I'm going to show you something that makes your world so much easier with half square triangles. I had to get them all out of a bag, but these things right here, I can't remember what they're called. They're called trim locks. I think it's by So Let's Be Quilty. But these are fabulous, and I'm going to tell you why. Like I said, I'm not sponsored. I have both of the sets of this. I have the full inch set and the half inch set. One set isn't even like 5 inches, and I think this one is like a 4.5 maybe. I don't know. I'm not a good, yeah, 4.5. So you're going to have like a 5 inch, and that's a full set. And then you're going to have probably this one be next, and then this one be next. So you have 3 in each one. And then you have like a half inch set of these. I love these, and I'm going to tell you why. This week, working on all these half square triangles, normally I can just take my creative grids, and you know, it's got the rough on the back of it. When I was cutting, that kept slipping. Well, when you're doing a half square triangle, you do not want it to slip. So I had to break out these. Now on these, you can't see it now. There is a crisscross from corner to corner. You know, all the corners straight and straight. You can lay that straight corner, or you know, that straight line on there, and on the back of these there is thick rubber grabby things. I don't know what they're called, but when you put it on your fabric, you can literally, now of course I have my mat here, so I can't show you really what it does, but you can put it down on there, and you can cut this side, and then you can twist like this, and it twists that fabric, as long as you're on your cutting mat, not something that'll grab it. But you can do that, and it had taken me like an hour and a half to do about half of them. I got this 10 minutes, and I was done. So, because I kept having to reset my measurement and all that. But this is your friend when cutting half square triangles. I don't know if you could see it, the line against that black there. You may be able to see it. But y'all, Fallon is the one that has these. I think she's So Let's Be Quilty. I always get hers mixed up with someone else, but I think it's So Let's Be Quilty. But her name is Fallon. Her and her husband designed these. I saw her on a Saturday morning live with Sean, the guy who sews. And I just saw, I don't know, maybe it was a Saturday. It might have been a Saturday morning. It might not have been a Saturday morning. But I saw her on there with Sean. And I was like, wait. What is that you using to cut them triangles with? And also, like if you're doing triangles, and let me see what this is. Your triangle's supposed to be, that's a 3.5. Your triangle's supposed to be a 3.5. Lay that seam right there on that, trim. That's a 3.5 inch triangle, and when you open it up, it's going to be a 3.5 inch square. You can trim your half square triangles like that, and it would be great. Okay, so that's everything I did this week. So let's talk about what's upcoming. And I also have a shopping haul for you. It's at the end of the video, though. What is upcoming? This Friday, we will be doing, Tammy and myself will be doing the Yuletide Sampler 2 Sew Along. Guys, this quilt is going to be beautiful. maybe this week, this time, I won't cut the wrong background out. Last time I cut the wrong background out, had to go and cut it all over again, and then still did something wrong. But we will be doing that 7 p.m. Central Time over on Tammy's channel. She is The Siberian Wind. You can put the @ in front of it. I have her link down in the description. Go to her channel and click videos or live. It may be lives, and she'll show the ones that are upcoming. You can just click the ones you want to watch, and it will give you a notification when we go live. Normally, Alicia is with us. She is not going to be with us this Friday, I don't believe. I think she's going to be at retreat. If I remember correctly, she's at retreat this weekend. But we always have a blast. Would love to see you guys over there. If you do miss the live, that is okay. I will have the replay of that live on Sunday evening on my channel at 5 p.m. So y'all come on over and see what we have going on if you missed it on Friday. Now, let's get to the shopping haul. I have a few things that I'm looking for right now in the process of downsizing in my home. And yes, I'm buying some things that I've just gotten rid of. I've just gotten rid of my 2 lamps, which were tall lamps. I just need something small, and I only need one, but I think I have one that I'm going to be able to use at my house. I didn't have to buy anything, but I think I have one. But let's get into some of the shopping haul. Now, y'all know my most recent crazy addiction is TJ Maxx. Of course I went there again. I get these emails when they have a new stuff that has arrived. So I'm like, ooh, all the new things, I have to go check it out. So they're getting a lot of their Christmas in. And I told y'all about the bags. Well, guys, I got 3 more bags this time. I got this one for my granddaughter. And this one for my grandson. And that's just so they can take their things home with them after they open Christmas presents. Now, my grown kids, they get theirs in the bag. This is another bag right here. So, I'm going to pull the things out and show y'all what I got. And I'll tell you how much I paid for it, so y'all kind of know what prices I'm looking at. Okay, well, the first things I got... this is a $4.99 set of spoons. This is for my niece. Her baby is only 2 months, but he'll be 6 months pretty soon, and it's got little dinosaurs on it. These cost, I think, about $7 at Walmart just for 4 spoons, but these are a safe rubber. I'm trying to see what it says. It gives you just a lot of things like do not steam, sterilize, do not boil them, or submerge in water for a long period of time. But I got these for my niece. The other thing I got, I saw these, and you know, it's getting close to wintertime, and we're finally getting a little coolness here. These are a 30 by 40 size. I'm trying to see if they're... they're not muslin, but it's a 3-pack of blankets. And I know, like, for this kind of blanket, you're looking at a pretty penny sometimes for these, because I've picked these up for baby showers within the last few years, and these could run as much as like $20. I paid $12.99 for these. So that's not a bad deal to me. It's not. So these are going to my niece. She is coming in for my great niece's birthday. So I will give those to her then, because that'll be the first time I get to see my great nephew. The next thing I have, of course, we always go and get a little treat. These were $5.99. It is chocolate covered graham crackers. And for my grandson, they're $5.99. Let's see what they compare at. $8 for these. They're supposed to be gourmet. I don't know what it calls for. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no high fructose corn syrup. We're trying to get my grandson kind of away from the real sugary stuff. This does have 13 grams of sugar. It's not healthy, but it's better than what he is currently snacking on. Now, my husband grabbed this. I will not eat this. It's an omega-3 mix. He paid $9.99 for this. I don't know. You know, this big of a thing, sometimes you could pay $14, $15 for them. But that he bought for his snack. I don't eat, I have found I can't eat nuts and raisins and things like that because it causes severe stomach inflammation. Now, I do have one more food thing, but it's down in the bottom of the bag. But I wanted to show you these 3 outfits I got. This is a 2-piece outfit for my grandson. This is a Ben Sherman 2-piece, cute little sweater, cute little pants with a elastic. This is his size. It's $15. And guys, one of the places I went today, I will show you what the prices are at other places, because I got him some clothes there too. But I thought this was really, really cute. That'd be a cute little church outfit. You know, that excited for that. Then I got him another little winter outfit. This one was $12.99. Cute little thing. It's got your flannel shirt. That is so warm, y'all. And got your cute little pants here. I could see getting him a cute little pair of brown loafers or something to wear with this. Or brown, what are those things called? I don't know what kind of shoes they're called, but they're real cute. But that was $12.99, and I had to get my grandbaby something, my granddaughter something too. This was $9.99 at TJ Maxx. A little Winnie the Pooh outfit. And I thought, you know, she gets so many clothes. At her birthday party, she had so many clothes. She's got, on her mother's side, she's got like an enormous family. And the last thing that I got at TJ Maxx, oh, this makes me scared. This makes me scared. It looks wet. Oh, it's just a sticker or something on there. Oh. Now, one of my staples in my house in the wintertime is a Mississippi roast, because you can put that on mashed potatoes, on rice. You can eat it plain, but it's delicious. And Mississippi roast have a lot of pepperoncinis or whatever you're going to call them. And these here, I got a jar of pepperoncinis, product of Greece. Listen to the ingredients that's in it. I'm trying to see. Greek pepperoncinis, water, sea salt, citric acid, riboflavin, and it says acetic acid solution. Vinegar is what that is. But $4.99. This is a big jar. I pay $4.99 for a little jar like that. But it is a product of Greece without preservatives. And that's what I like. At TJ Maxx, you can get a lot of crap. But like Whole Foods, you can find some good stuff there. I did look at some seasonings that they had that I thought I'd really like. But it had like sunflower oil, and I don't eat any type of seed oils. I will eat avocado oil, olive oil, and lard. And avocado and olive oil, the oil is not from the seed. It is from the outer portion of the fruit. Got my pepperoncinis there. So let me get this put back up, and I will show you the next things that I got and tell you where I got them from. Okay, now most of it, well, I'm going to say that this here was not from a haul today. When I had my grandson, I went through Walmart to see if I could find any clearance. I did find this little shirt for $3. So I found that. Walmart literally has no bottoms that are summer. So just saying that. Now, the next place that we went, my sister and I, this was the whole point of our trip, was to go to Dillard's Closeout Center. So maybe I need to take you backwards. On our way home from Vicksburg, we stopped at this little place called the Tomato Place. We do every time we go to Vicksburg. Because at the Tomato Place, it is kind of like a fruit stand, but you can eat there as well. They have wonderful food. It is literally a fruit stand shack on the side of a hill. And when their fruit starts going, like it's at the end of its life, they'll take that fruit and freeze it up for a smoothie. We always get smoothies. I always get the purple haze, which is normally blueberries, blackberries, bananas, some of that mixture. And my sister always gets an orange dream, which has cream in it, and she says it's just like an orange Julius. But we also get this, fresh bagels. This one is a raisin cinnamon bagel. Very, very good. I'm not supposed to have the bread, but every now and then I allow myself a treat. So, the first place we went today was the Dillard's Closeout. And the prices there, I don't know. I wasn't too impressed with them, but they did have a great selection of clothes. Now, most of what I bought for my grandson is a 3T. He's a 2T. I didn't see too much in 2s that really fit him, but I hope the ones that I got from TJ Maxx, they'll fit him. Right now, they're 2Ts. But I feel like he's almost in a 3T because that little boy is a chunk. But if they won't fit, I can go back to TJ Maxx and get him a couple more outfits. But these are, I think, one I got a size 4 shirt, but let me pull them out so you can see what we got. We got all of this. Now, this is in a size 3. They had the top. Let's see, that top was $12. That's not a good deal to me, but it is Dillard's Closeout. And the shorts were $10.50. So I think these were 3. Yeah. So these were 3s. So he may not be able to wear these. I didn't get any 2s. I don't think I got the first 2. I got size 3 and 4. Some of them look small though. But I think this is the only thing I got with a bottom to it, was that shirt and short. Now, I got him several shirts. This is a 3T. Got that for $12.50. I thought that was just adorable. And I got this one. It's a 3. Got it for winter. I got that, was $8.40, I think. Yeah, that was $8.40. A little long sleeve shirt. This here is a little hoodie. Got it for $9.80. I thought that was cute. That's a 3T. Got him this long sleeve. It says School of Life Adventure Awaits. It is $9.80. So guys, if you have a Dillard's Closeout Center close to you, it may be a good place for you to shop. Some of these I was just like, I don't know that that's a good deal. But being that they had such a large selection, I know our TJ Maxx does not have a very large selection. And this one here was on a closeout clearance rack for $7.99 for these shirts. But this one is a size 4. It is a beautiful little flannel shirt. So he's got, a decent little mix here. I got him 2 short sleeve shirts and 2 long sleeve, I think. 2 or 3 long sleeve. But that was what I got at the Dillard's closeout. And for all of those pieces, I paid a total of $76.71, which, I don't know. If y'all have bought clothes for children recently, you know their clothes is what ours used to cost, which is a lot now. It's a lot now. But on our way back, I told my sister, I said, because we were talking about Kohl's. I haven't been in Kohl's for a really long time. The Dillard's closed out. They had a large enamel-coated Dutch oven. And I'm looking for a large enamel-coated, like, frying pan. I need one that's kind of big. And I have one that's just plain cast iron, but I don't want to put tomato products in my cast iron. And I don't have an enamel-coated skillet. I do have one. I have one enamel-coated Dutch oven. I gave my other one to my daughter because I'm like, hey, I got this one. You can have this one. I had 2, and I gave one to my oldest daughter and one to my youngest daughter. But, so I was like, well, I know Kohl's used to have a houseware section that they had pots and pans and things like that. I was like, let's go there and see if they have an enamel-coated cast iron skillet. They didn't. I did find super deal. This here is a size 5, so my grandson cannot wear it yet. These are Adidas activewear pants. $3.20. When you find deals like that, you just can't let them go. But that's a size 5. I did not see any runs in this or anything. So I was like, hey, I'm buying it. Now, with Kohl's, you know, you have your Kohl's Cash and all that. Well, my daughter-in-law had told me that she had tried my Kohl's number a while back, and it said I had Kohl's Cash. Well, I'm thinking she must have used that Kohl's Cash because I don't have it no more. But I did find me a shirt. Now, it wasn't on sale, but I did get a percentage off because I had a coupon. But I thought this was the cutest shirt. Now, I have not tried it on. I will try it on. I think that is so cute. But I will try it on. Hopefully it works right here. This is where I have my most trouble, is right here. And sometimes I have to get a top so big that when it fits right here, the neck, especially like this is a square neck. A lot of times these don't fit right. But we will see. Because if it doesn't fit right, Kohl's is right here at me. I can easily return that. And let's see, how much did I end up paying for that? That shirt was normally $39.99. I paid $20.79. So I got 19 off of it. So that's not bad. And last but not least thing that I got at Kohl's, when I see these, and normally it's the holidays, I find these and I love them. They're $12 a piece though. I don't think I even got any. Did I get anything off of that? No. $11.99. But if I'm not mistaken, this one has 3. Normally I only get 2. And that's why I wasn't so, you know, I'm not paying $11.99 for that, because I was thinking, well, it looks like there's 3 in there. Oh, this has the little lip. Okay. You get like 2 chapsticks. This is Burt's Bees. You get like the vanilla bean, Burt's Bees. And then this one is Red Dahlia. This is a tinted lip balm. And then this other one is like a lip stain, if I'm not mistaken. This is a lip shimmer called Fig. We don't normally get this. Normally we just get the 2. But this is different. This one is new. But I paid $11.99 for this. This is something I can use on my lips because I don't think they put alcohol in it. and I can't put anything that's got alcohol in it on my lips because then they start cracking really bad. But this is my Kohl's haul. And I think that's it. That is it, guys. That is it for my haul. I hope you've enjoyed this. So please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not yet. We will be sewing this week. I have not yet gotten cooking videos edited yet. I thought I would be doing a cooking video Tuesday and Thursdays for you to give myself some downtime because I'm always going to be cooking. I've got to cook because my husband is going to be here this week. He's been here a week. So I've got to cook. And I thought while I cook, I'd just bring you guys along with me so y'all can see. I always try out recipes. Sometimes I cook some of the same ones over, but I love trying out recipes. And now that I have my new stove, I've been trying out a lot of different things in there. So I hope you guys just come along with me and check to see what I'm trying out. If you don't like cooking videos, then just let it play. Mute it. You don't have to watch, listen to me. But I really appreciate each and every one of you taking time out of your busy day to come and see what I have going on. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, guys.